take you to paradise. Now tell me, do you love it? Do you love it? Do you love it, baby? When I take you to paradise.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. We got What Is Your Aim, man? Episode 8. And today we want to get into about title, and is it worth it to have a title, high-end company or whatever, than your happiness, or to want to leave because you knew already that it wasn't going to be what it was. And let me tie it in a little bit so it makes a little bit more sense. So some people always chase titles. I'm the CEO of this. I am whatever of this. I am the leader of this. And lo and behold, they might have not even wanted that. Or they took that job, they took it because of the title. They took it of just that hierarchy, where you stand in life, right? So you take that, and then you get it. And there may have been warning signs from people before that you believed in, your mentors, whoever you talk to, people who have done it, have been in your position, like, hey, that might not be the best, and here's why, right? So I think right now we're in a time where titles matter so much. Not your own happiness, not how you can really thrive. Right? Because that's what it's about, thriving in the role you're in. We chase it, right? Because titles mean something, right? Sometimes people give more respect to a higher title, which is crazy because I think everybody deserves the respect that they earn. If somebody hears, man, well, I am the leader of this company, oh man, automatically, as somebody says, well, I am the assistant at this company. Some people sometimes are just treated differently. How I'm going to tie this all in and how it all goes into each other, especially for my younger athletes, and also, of course, as adults, you know, that message is for all of us too. So don't get it twisted. With that being said, the transfer portal is hot right now. Hot, man. It's like NFL, NBA. It's like free agency for real. It is massive right now. It's a wave. It's shifting the culture. It's changing everything. High school athletes right now, listen to me. You're not only competing with JUCO players anymore. You're not just competing with maybe the grade above you. You are competing with transfer portal. What I mean by that is now people are transferring with 3-4 years left of eligibility. So now your tape, you got to be even that more phenomenal, because right now they can get a college player essentially to fill that role who has a little bit more experience. It's like the job world all over again, just that it's become college football or college sports in general. Keep that in mind, high school players, right? Keep it all in mind, because now your questions to the coaches, parents, to the coaches, to the facility staff, find them all out. They have to be that much, they gotta be that much deeper right now. You can't just fall in love with the glitz and glamour. You can't do it, because now you see what's happening now. That transfer portal is absurd. And honestly, there's gonna be a lot of good and great players that may never play football again, because honestly, and the truth be told, there's just not enough money at some of the schools anymore. There's just not. So the top guys, the people who know they could transfer, some guys that have film that dominated their freshman year, all means, go for it. But if you didn't have much coming out of high school, and this was your really only chance that a school would give you, why do you want to go and start all over again? Why? And too often we get into this world where we chase, I'm going Division I. And that can't be it, because I'm going to ask this question, and I want you to listen to it. Is it worth going just to say you went D1, to sit on the bench for 4 years, to maybe get a shot to run on kickoff? And if that answer is for you, yes. Understand there's probably going to come a lot of some more debt, things like that will attract instead of getting that scholarship. And listen, there's always outliers. There is some people who make it happen. So I'm not saying don't bet on yourself. I'm also giving you the reality of the other side. 2, parents. I love that we're all involved. You should be all involved, but please stop forcing your child to try to go to Division I, right? Because now more than ever, you see it. They waste a whole year of money, of time they could have got better or developed in a program that wanted them. Right? But instead, you thought it's got to be D1, right? Trainers, stop telling every athlete that they are Division I prospect. Do they have potential? Yes. Stop guaranteeing that, because there is no guarantee. As a trainer myself, I do not guarantee Division I, period. I guarantee that we can help you get to the college that your athletic ability takes you through your hard work. That's it. All right? And there's many other divisions, 1, 2, and 3. I can help you, or we as trainers, we as parents, we as college counselors, whoever should be able to help the athlete or even just the student get to what's best for him, where they can thrive in their environment, right? Because the ultimate goal of this all is to use college sports as a vehicle for the education, right? Not the other way around, right? That's the biggest thing. And as a trainer or as a mentor, Most kids are going into it to try to use football, basketball, whatever the sport, soccer, tennis, right? They're going into it using that first. That is okay. I did that. Don't get me wrong. I did that. But I had people along the way to get me on that right path to know that, okay, use the school. Use the school for what they're using you for as well. And that is okay. But you have to explain it, because right now we're in this trainer says, I know this people, this, and I can guarantee you D1, so a parent pays all this money. And that's not what it's about, right? It's about playing the college sport. It is about being and thriving at that college sport and getting your education, not transferring from here to here to here to here, hoping to play. Because now you're going backwards. You're going backwards. And oftentimes, like I said, we're going to bring it back. We chase the title, right? We chase the name on the front of the jersey. We don't really chase, or we don't do anything for what, for the back of the jersey, even though they're not always last names, but your last name is what you're representing. So I know for me and how I wanted to go through life, I made sure, like, my last name wanted to be in the field. I didn't want to just go say I just went Division I, because if that was the case, right, I would have looked at it and say I'll go to a lower level because I want to play. And if your goal is the NFL, sometimes the best thing is to play. If your goal is the NBA, your goal is Olympic, like, you have to play. Just because you went to this high school, right, this Division I school, and you didn't play, what's the sense? And then now it's like, man, we walk on, and break it down. Also figure out how much money you're going to talk about. How much aid do they offer without FAFSA? 2, check the landscape. How many people in your position did make it happen, right? And I'm not saying compare, but just understand where the money goes. How many people are they bringing in at your position, right, that I'm going to have to compete with? There's nothing wrong with competing, because you're going to have to compete. But understand that this is a business. They're going to give them the most shots possible. So parents, also don't force your child for what they have to go through for them 4 or 5 years. And I've said that before. Seeing this portal right now is scary, because I've had a lot of teammates of my own transfer out of school and they never suited up again. I've had people who've transferred from the highest school where they were playing, right? They were playing, transferred to a lower division, never played again. Right? Because whether they didn't like it, they couldn't thrive in the environment. So these are all things you got to check. One, can you see yourself here if something was to go wrong without the sport? So what do I mean by that? Injuries happen within sport. They do. It's a fact, unfortunately. Right? Maybe a career-ending injury. Now, the thing is that when you're going on these visits, when you're going to check out the campuses, see if you can thrive in this environment if something was to happen. Could I stay here? Right? Is it for me? How much are you going to be paying? Don't have these questions and realize the school is too expensive, or you can't see yourself without the sport, and then that happens to you, and then now you're in a dark place. And this is the toughest time right now. I've been there, but not in this magnitude. I can't imagine having to, as high school players now, you're competing essentially because of the pandemic year, because of the transfer portal, you're competing with even more people. So now, take what's best for you and find it. Don't rush your offer. If school gives you an offer, I'm not saying just jump at it, but make sure you all are doing your homework. Please don't chase titles. Chase where you can thrive. That is key. Do not chase titles. Chase where you can thrive. Aim Precision episode 8. We're out of here. Hopefully you take some of that advice, because right now it hurts me to see that a lot of players will never play another down of a sport that they love again, because of decisions that they made to chase a title, right? And it's the same with the job. Same out here in the real world. Let's not chase titles. Let's chase where we can thrive. We're out of here.